Good afternoon. My name is Diakos. I'm a cardiologist at the Texas Heart Institute, and I'm very happy today to be joined at the studio by Dr. Yiannis Chatzizisis. Dr. Chatzizisis is an interventional cardiologist. He's a professor of medicine and cardiology and the chief of cardiology at the University of Miami. And today he gave a great talk in our grand rounds about the role of digital technologies in cardiovascular medicine. Dr. Chatzizisis, welcome.
Hello, Dr. Diakos, and I'm very thrilled to be here in this prestigious institution.
Thank you very much. So, Dr. Chatzizisis, there are a lot of people watching our channel and they're not familiar with the digital technologies that we have available. So if you can give us a few words about what do we currently have available in medicine, and they are going to shape the future of how we practice medicine.
Yes, we literally live at the cusp of the fifth industrial revolution. And this is defined by what we call digital health, digital technologies. Which are those technologies? It's AI. It is computational simulations, and it's extended reality. AI has some divisions under this big umbrella, like machine learning, deep learning, important technologies that help us essentially process the big data in a very seamless way, in a very efficient way. It's like a mega brain, essentially, and this is something that is going to change the game in the years to come. Same with simulations. It's like taking organs or functions from the body into the computer. Those are physiologically and anatomically digital, faithful replicas of the different organs of the body, and we can use them to test different ideas, to acquire important new knowledge. And of course, extended reality, which is the big umbrella of virtual reality, augmented reality, it's like immersing yourself in an environment. Let's say you are a red blood cell with a camera and see everything from inside. This is important for a better understanding of the organ structure, organ function, and of course for education and training purposes.
That's great. And before your talk today, I always had in my mind, we're developing artificial intelligence and machine learning to be able to diagnose diseases. After your talk, now it seems that we are going to be using them to more safely and efficiently treat patients. And I'm a patient today, so I was told that I have a blockage, for example, in one of my arteries of the heart. So my cardiologist told me that you need to have a stent tomorrow so that I can treat that blockage that you have. How, in a few years down the road, the implementation of digital technologies will change the way that this patient is going to be treated for his blockage in the arteries?
Yes, as you very correctly said, the field is changing, and it's changing rapidly. We have the traditional way of doing our procedures, putting stents, as you said, or other devices in the blocked arteries, and that's very beneficial for our patients. But we also see that these procedures come with sometimes complications or with adverse events, as we call them. Some of the patients come back for another stent, some patients come back with chest pain, some of them have other events down the line. The question is, what we can do to push the whole envelope further, what we can do to build on this foundation we have right now, on these technological advancements, and do a better job for our patients, improve efficiency, improve the workflow in our cath labs, do more precise job, and at the end of the day, improve the outcomes. Eliminate as much as possible the need for our patients to come back to the hospitals for another stent or another procedure. And here is the big role of AI, of these digital technologies, which can help us deliver faster care, better care, and more precise care.
That's excellent. Now, let's go to the other side. I'm the operator. I'm an interventional cardiologist. And tomorrow, I'm going to put a stent to one of my patients. He has a very tight lesion in the proximal front artery, as the patients like to call their LAD. As an operator, how the use of digital technology will make me better as an operator, how it will make me perform better in the procedure so I can deliver the best I can for my patient?
It's all about planning. There's a quote by Benjamin Franklin, by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. So I think it's as simple as it gets. once the doctor, the operator, has better understanding of the individual anatomy and physiology and function of this particular blockage in this particular artery, then you can have better plan, better idea of what you should do. And once you have a clear understanding of what you're dealing with, then the level of care, the precision, and the whole plan is going to be more precise and more tailored to this individual, more personalized, as we call it. And that's how you improve outcomes. That's how you eliminate, as much as possible, the chances for these patients to come back to the hospital.
Yeah, as you said, it's very important to personalize because each patient is individual, has individual needs. How about the cost? So we know that the healthcare cost is increasing. Would the implementation of those technologies will lead to further increase of the cost? Do I need more tests to be done as part of my procedural planning? Can I use tests that already have been done to help me get there?
Yes, so all these technologies are important aids in our hands. And as long as we use them wisely, mindfully, they will end up being beneficial. Of course, there's a cost there, and of course, there's limitations as well. And as we have seen with every technology in life, all these costs down the line, over time, getting better and better. Because as long as we have tools, equipment, technologies that can help us do better and more precise job and refer to bigger masses of people, our patients in particular here, then you have all the justification for these technologies to get cheaper and more affordable and more widely available down the line. So I'm very hopeful. We start from where we are right now. Indeed, those technologies are not widely available, are very expensive, but I'm very hopeful and optimistic that down the line and soon they will be more affordable and more available.
And I think a big part of the reimbursement nowadays is linked to the complications. And as you said, if we're able to limit the complications, then we're limiting the length of stay probably of that patient. So that's also going to bring the cost even more down if we are really well prepared for those procedures.
Yeah, and we need to acquire this kind of financial aspect as well, which is very important because financials always drive the evolution, among other reasons, of course. But it's very important to acquire this financial aspect as well. And we truly believe that with these technologies, with these technological breakthroughs, not only we can deliver more precise and better care, but more affordable care. Financials are very, very important. And as you said, by making the operations faster, more precise, less complex, reducing the complication rates, reducing the need to use devices that at the end of the day might not be needed at all, these solutions might potentially reflect to also cheaper, more affordable care down the line.
Moving now to the research applications. You are a physician, but also you're a scientist, and you are actively working in developing those technologies. How these technologies you envision that they will help the device discovery or the discovery of new medications, the discovery of new stents, new balloons that we can use in our cath lab. And let's say we had those technologies a few years ago, would have expedited the discovery of our new valves, of our new stents that we're having right now.
Yeah, when it comes particularly to devices, we call it total product life cycle. From the inception to the going through FDA essentially and regulatory approval, and then finally see how the device performs in the market. These are the stages for a given device. And more or less the same applies to drugs as well. But when it comes to devices, we see that we have the traditional way of developing the so-called R&D of devices using animals and prototypes and phantoms. But now, and this is pushed also from the FDA, there is this concept of using simulations, computation simulations, to achieve faster and more relevant, more patient-specific R&D of devices. And also, not only this, but also in the later stages of regulatory approval, we have now the concept of in silico virtual trials, which can help us accelerate and guide actual clinical trials to achieve faster knowledge to more affordable knowledge and, of course, more impactful knowledge. So we see here essentially a shift, a paradigm shift in the whole total development of the product from the inception to the post-market monitoring, which is heavily based on the engagement of digital technologies to help us do the whole operation more relevant and faster and cheaper.
And the last thing I would like to discuss with you is our medical training, interventional cardiology fellow training. We're both involved in the training, and we're committed in our academic institutions to advance the field and get really good operators that they will take good care of the patients. How do you think those technologies can help us get our fellows get the knowledge and the skills in the cath lab to make them really good operators?
Seeing is believing, and this is essentially what also this digital health brings on the table. It brings us the ability to understand better how the devices work, how they interact with each other, with the body, with the coronary arteries, with whatever organ they're implanted to. We have traditional ways of learning using textbooks, videos, and those are totally indispensable. But we have now the opportunity to help our trainees by engaging virtual reality, immersing themselves into, like as I said, a red blood cell with a camera into the heart artery to see how the device interacts with the body. We have the unique ability to help them learn greater, faster, and better. And that's very, very important and should be an investment for the future for our trainees.
And they would get prepared. So learning in a virtual reality environment the steps of a complex procedure, then when they go to actually do the procedure in the cath lab, they already know the steps, they're already prepared, they know what to anticipate that they will see in the cath lab, and then that's...
And this essentially reduces significantly the complication rates. Mm-hmm. Because once you familiarize yourself with the environment where you're going to operate, then the risks and the complication rates go significantly down. So it's important from every aspect, not only education and training, but also preparation and familiarization of yourself with the environment you're going to be operating, to use these technologies to be essentially more efficient and more precise in what you do.
Thank you, Dr. Chatzizisis. That was great. Thank you for the great lecture. And for all of you that you would like to learn more about the role of digital technologies in modern cardiovascular medicine, I urge you to go to our channel and follow his full talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much again for having me here.
Thank you.